Namaste from Norway, guys. My name is Sanjana, and welcome back to not my channel, but today I'm here and I'm going to talk about a very interesting thing because a lot of you leave comments and a lot of you send me DM on Instagram, and that is getting an internship or a traineeship when you're doing an LLM. So this is going to be all about my experience because I did an internship in the month of January in Norway at a law firm called PwC. I'm sure a lot of you are aware about this company. It's a big accounting American company, and I was a trainee in their legal department. So let me give you tips that what worked out for me, what did not work out for me. Well, and I hope that at least I'm able to guide you in 1%, and at least one or two things will work out for you. So watch this video till the end. So how this video is going to go is I am going to give you my experience, what worked out for me, and I hope that it works out for you as well. And along the video, I'm going to give you a few tips. So yeah, just keep those in mind. Okay, so first thing that I did was before even moving to Norway, I had my admission, I got my admission letter and everything. I did my research and looked looked over Google, searched over the internet, top law firms in Norway. So now the thing is that most of the top law firms in Norway are international, which means that they have an office outside Norway as well, maybe in London, Singapore, US. So like, yeah. I'm talking about global law firms. Maybe you've heard these names, never know. So what you have to do is you have to go on their website and see what are the areas of practice. For example, technology law, environment law, human rights, and energy sector. So a lot of different sectors they have. Then what you have to do is get in touch with people directly. This is one thing that I did. I got in touch with people directly and I sent them a message that, hey, I have an Indian law degree and a common law degree, and I know that Norway practices civil law. So like, do you think I have a chance, be it job, be it internship? And people are really nice. They replied back. They told me a lot of things. And that's when I understood that, it's not impossible. Because a lot of people told me, oh, you know what, law from Europe, that does not really make sense because you're from a common law country. So if someone says that to you, well, say bye-bye to all the naysayers. So tip number 2 is that as soon as you land in Norway, start applying. Well, I know it's really tempting, especially when you're in a new country, you want to make new friends, you want to get to know the city better, the country better. And I think the first semester always goes in, oh, I got admission in this college as well. And then you compare. I mean, do that as well. But, side by side, keep on applying. So my mistake was that I was talking to a lot of HR people from the law firms, and they really didn't know a lot of things. They were like, oh, we don't really have place, and plus, we only take Norwegian students. But then I got a tip from my friend who is now in Germany. She told me that get in touch with the lawyers directly and message them, send your CV, sort of go shameless, and yeah, just do whatever you can. So this is what I did. I got in touch with people on LinkedIn, which is, I'm sure a lot of you are aware about. In a very professional way, I told them that this is my sort of background and this is what I'm interested in, and stuff like that. For example, I studied a mixture of public international law and IT law, and I knew that I was really interested in data privacy and computer laws, cyber laws. So I specifically went. For example, I can give you an example. I went to this law firm's page, then I went to their sector, which was technology law, and then I saw a lot of people. Oh, that this lawyer works with privacy, and maybe I should get in touch with her. So I got in touch with this lawyer. At one of the top law firms here in Norway, and she replied immediately and she called me in for sort of like an informal interview. And so this is what worked out for me. And in the same company, I had actually applied through HR and my application got rejected. So sometimes this might work out for you and that might work out for you. So you really have to be a bit smart, a bit more than active, like a little bit proactive. And guys, let me tell you one thing. I got in touch with a lot of people on LinkedIn. I sent my CV as well, along with a small message that, hey, my name is Sanjana. I have these many years of work experience from India, and now I'm studying this and I'm really interested. So, la la la. But a lot of people said, well, okay, we'll think about it, or we really don't have positions right now. So do not be disheartened, but just give it your 100%, because all you need is that one internship, which can later turn into a job. So yeah, just don't be disheartened if you get rejected. Plus, another thing that I want to say is that sometimes it's a bit difficult to directly get into the job market, especially for someone who does not have a lot of work experience. For example, I do not have years and years of work experience. So my first step was to get into sort of like the job market as a trainee, and then apply for jobs, because this has happened with a lot of my friends. They apply for a traineeship and then they are offered a full-time job in the same company. Another question that I get asked is that, oh, but you're in Norway and I'm sure you're working in Norwegian. Well, it's not really true. Of course, there are a lot of Norwegian clients and there are a lot of sort of Norwegian tasks as well. But in a lot of these top law firms, you basically work in English because you have clients from literally everywhere. And that's what I did as well. So when I was at PwC, I would say that maybe like 20% of my task was in Norwegian, and it wasn't like very scary. It was just really like sort of, I was given a lot of time to do it because they knew that I was still learning Norwegian, but most of my work was in English. But that does not mean that you do not learn the language. Now I'll tell you why it is important to learn the language. So during my interview, I was asked if I knew Norwegian or if I could speak Norwegian. So I told them that, yeah, a little bit, I'm on this level. So it sort of like gives them sort of like this comfort that you are serious about, living in Norway and actually working in Norway, because they don't want to invest in people who would just, come work for 1 year or a few months and then just leave. So you really have to show that as well, that you are trying to integrate into the society. And another question that people ask me is, was it difficult for me to find this traineeship? Because, it was not through the university that I got it. Well, sadly, the answer is yes. I mean, at least in my case, it was a bit difficult because I applied to like almost every law firm in Norway, and I was getting rejected because, oh, you don't have a Norwegian law degree, or we want more Norwegian and stuff like that. But guys, do not be disheartened, because all you need is that one traineeship for you to get into the job market. Just keep on applying, follow the tips, and be shameless. Really reach out to lawyers and seniors and partners and associates, and maybe somehow and some way there will be someone who will be needing you, because this is exactly what happened with me. And the funniest thing is that one of my first tasks that I got at PwC was actually researching about Indian IT laws. And I was just like, wow, I'm in Norway and I'm still doing a lot of Indian research. So, you never know, like they might need you, they might need your experience. And well, coming to a very important question is that, are the traineeships paid? Well, these traineeships are paid, as I said, and I wouldn't like to give an approximate amount, but it was around 30,000 to 40,000 kroner per month, which is, I think, around yeah, 3.5, 3 lakhs, yeah, something around that. Yeah, you can just calculate yourself. And another question is that, what are the chances of this traineeship turning into a full-time job? Well, in my case, I don't know if I should say fortunately or unfortunately, I did not get a full-time job, and the reason was that I was still doing my master's. I had not even written my thesis, so I was not offered a full-time job. But they asked me to apply again after my thesis gets over. But in a lot of cases, there's a good news. In a lot of cases, I know at least 2 or 3 of my friends who had a traineeship, they were offered a full-time job. And guys, these were the tips that I had for you. Well, I'm sure maybe if you have more tips, maybe if there was something else that worked out for you, just leave it on the comment section below. Just try to help each other, and I try to help as many as I can, as many of you as I can, because I get a lot of messages and sometimes I know I'm not able to reply back to everyone. So that's why I made this video. But if you have any specific questions, just feel free to comment. Yeah, I can answer. Well, I know a lot of you want me to make a video about getting jobs after doing masters here, masters in law, and I will do that soon. But that's it for today, and yeah, thank you for watching the video. Namaste from Norway.